Okay, hi, welcome. Here's your HMH lesson for today. This is this is lesson 6.8. We are mainly focusing on point of view. We are going to reread parts of the story, Claudette, that we read yesterday, that we read on Friday of last week for my own liners. We're going to reread parts of it, and we're going to try to find out what point of view the story is told by, all right? And then after that, we're going to answer a few questions and take the quiz. So, before we get there, let's go ahead and you need your books open to page 132. I know the story starts on page 130, but we are going to start on page 132 because we're not rereading the whole story. We're only reading certain parts of the story. Okay, now let's reread page 132.
Claudette was a cloud, a very small cloud. Usually, Claudette didn't mind being smaller than the average cloud. Claudette, average cloud. In fact, being small had lots of advantages. Everyone called her cute little names. Hi, Pipsqueak. Hey, Shortcake. Morning, Small Fry. She had lots.
All right, let's stop right there for a second. Actually, you know what? No, let's keep going. Let's pick up more clues.
Lots of little friends. Hey guys, what's up? Us? That's nutty. No matter how crowded it was, she could always find a good spot to watch fireworks.
All right. Back to point of view. Remember, someone's point of view is the way he or she sees things happen. The characters have different point of views. We have first person point of view and we have third person point of view. First person has I, my, and me, and third person has he, she, or they. So based on what we just read, what point of view is this told in, class? Third person. Very good. So on your paper, you need to check the part that says third person. I also want you to go ahead and write the title of the story down here. So go ahead and write the title of the story and check off third person. Go ahead and do that now. You can pause the video now. So, who is the main character, guys? Who's the main? Claudette. Claudette is the main character. Who is Claudette? She's very good. She's the tiny cloud. She's the small cloud. She usually doesn't mind being small. The other clouds call her cute names, right? She has lots of other friends who are small. She can always find a good spot to watch fireworks. So it's in third person, and I know because of the clue words she and her, right? So, if it's in third person, who is telling the story? A story written in third person point of view has an outside narrator telling the story. The narrator uses words like he, she, or they. So who's telling the story? The narrator. Write that down here. The narrator's telling the story. All right, so some evidence in the story that uses the words she or her. It says right here, it says right here, she is a tiny cloud. That's a clue. So let's go ahead and write that down. She is a tiny cloud. She is a tiny cloud. We're writing down what the story says. That lets us know. She is a tiny cloud. And underline the word she. So we know that that's, or box, let's box it. Let's box the word she because that lets us know that it's in third person. Something else that the story says is Claudette didn't mind being smaller than average cloud. So she didn't mind being small, right? She usually doesn't mind being small. Let's write that one down. She does not mind being small. She doesn't mind being small. And then again, please make sure you box the word she. It doesn't matter. All right, how about here? What does it say? It says, sorry. She could always find a spot to watch fireworks. Isn't this another clue?
Yeah.
How about here? She had lots of little friends. Isn't that another clue?
Yeah.
Yes, you can write either of those down. I'm going to write she had lots of little friends. All right, make sure you box the word she, please. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to write this down. Pause the video now. All right, now you're going to go on and you're going to complete this worksheet. It says point of view. The point of view of a story is, this is the next page, by the way. It's in your packet. It's the next page. It's page 165 on the bottom. All right, point of view. The point of view of a story is the way the story is told by the reader. If a story is told from first person point of view, a character in the story is the narrator. A story told from third person point of view has a outside narrator, somebody that's not in the story. In our story, Claudette, it's what? The story is told from third person point of view that has an outside narrator. Please highlight that for me so you know that the story Claudette is written in third person. All right, let's answer some easy questions. Who is the main character? Okay, you're going to write Claudette is the main character. You're not just going to write Claudette. And then you're going to answer the rest of the questions. This is very easy. What have you learned about her? You're going to say, I have learned she is a small cloud. Not she is a small cloud. Write in a complete sentence. Is the story written in her first or third? I just told you. You're going to say this story is written in third point of view because it uses she or her. And then you're going to answer the next question. That's on page 136 to 137. That'll help you answer that question. When you're done with this worksheet, you're going to move on and do the next worksheet. This one is very easy. It's just talking about prefixes. Oh, not that one. Yep, this one. Prefixes un and re. A prefix is a part of a word that goes in the beginning of the word that changes the meaning. So un means not and re means again. You're going to put it in the right spots. And then you're just going to take the Claudette quiz and you're done for the day. That's all we're doing today. So we're doing 3 things. You're going to follow along, watch the video, and fill out the point of view reading graphic organizer. The second thing is you're going to complete this worksheet. And then the third thing is you're going to complete the prefixes un and re. And that's it. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. See ya.